Hey, hello, Anita. How are you?
Hello, Kim. I am wonderful.
Well, welcome to another episode of Arts and Authors Talk Radio with myself, Kim Ross-Hollingsworth, and we are here with Anita Jeter-Peterkin. And I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Kim Ross-Hollingsworth, and I'm the founder of the Arts and Authors Extravaganza and Book Builders Academy. And we're we provide a platform for artists and authors to showcase and sell their work. Also, we teach current and new authors how to write, publish, and market their books. And the purpose of this podcast is so that we can get to meet some of the authors and artists that come out to the events, and also some that I've come in contact with. And it's just to get to know a little bit more about them and their stories. And once again, we are here with Anita. And Anita, are you okay?
I do apologize. Something just happened to my phone.
Oh no, it's okay. What, Anita, how
But
are
stuff
you?
happened.
Did you get
I am
it?
wonderful. Yes.
Well, that's a good thing. Well, I just want to know, just tell us a little bit about yourself
Okay. Well, I am Anita. I
without
am
giving
an
too much
author.
information because I
I'm
got a
sorry.
bunch of questions to ask you without giving too much information because I have a bunch of questions to ask you.
Okay. I do apologize. Something just happened to my phone and I don't know what happened.
Oh,
So I'm going to have to turn my phone this way. So
okay.
I'm Anita. I am an author, inspirational speaker, and I am the founder of the Wrapped in Pink Breast Cancer Awareness Organization and my new movement, the I Am Movement, filled with affirmations and activities to help awaken that sleeping giant of positivity.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, I had to have you on this show because if anybody saw like the advertisement that I have for you, you are truly every woman. I mean, you are
Oh,
fantastic things. And I love it.
you're
So,
blowing my head up. Look, my head's getting big.
but it's okay. Listen, what you are doing some fantastic things. But I want to know what made you start writing books? What inspired you? Why did you start writing?
Well,
And
I started writing poetry. Yeah, I started writing poetry years and years ago. Um, when I was a teenager, and people would read my poetry, and they would always ask me, "When are you going to write a book?" So, that was back in like the 70s, 80s, and I'm like, I don't know anything about writing a book. And about, I guess, 25 years ago, I decided that I would, try to put all my poetry into a book. And the reason why I did it, a couple reasons. One was because my mom was so proud of me. She wanted me to do this, so I did it for her, and also wanted to do it for my children. They have something to leave for them. One day when I get my little wings and gone, they'll have something to look back on and see something that their mother left here, to impact the world.
and that's a fantastic thing because that's one of the reasons why I do what I do is because I want to leave a legacy. I plus I love interacting with you all, and
Mhm.
I want something that everybody's going to remember me by. I want to leave my what do they say, your imprint on the
Yes.
world. You want to leave something behind. So I know for a fact when I leave this earth, the Arts and Authors Extravaganza, people are going to know what it was, who who inspired them to do what they do. Um,
Absolutely.
so that's one of the main reasons why I continue to do this because to me it's a fantastic thing. I love to read books, and I have yours, and I also have some artwork of yours too.
I see something behind you. What is that, Kim? Could you show us what that is?
This is a piece of art that Anita
Ooh,
gave me on my 50th birthday. She gave it to me at my party, and I still have it.
and
Like,
that was a beautiful party too.
thank you.
We came all dressed up in our 20s gear.
Yes.
Really nice.
Which my husband still think you should have won that best dressed contest. He tells me that all the time, like she should have won.
Let's do a recount.
That is so true.
It was so fun though.
It really was fun. It was something that, I don't know. I just wanted a theme. I wanted something, you know, to remember, because most people
Yeah.
just have a party. I didn't want a party. I always have to put a theme behind everything that
Yeah.
or,
And that
or
was a good thing. It really was.
thank
Everybody looked wonderful.
thank you so much. But I appreciate you for coming. And so tell us the name of your book once again, your book or your books.
Okay, so I have actually 4 books out.
Mhm.
And I do apologize. I know we set up right before this, and I don't know what happened with my phone, but I had to plug it in because it started acting kind of funny.
Yes.
But my first book was titled A Moment of Thoughts.
Mhm.
And that was a collection of poetry. And this is it,
Yes.
collection of poetry. And then my second book is titled Wrapped in Pink. And this is a book about me surviving breast cancer. I am a 36-year survivor of breast cancer. At the age of 22, I was diagnosed and given 1 year to live. So the doctors did not expect me to survive a year. But the ultimate doctor, which is our God, our Lord and Savior, still has me here today. And then my third book was it was a collaboration with some other women titled Uncuffed Anthology. And we all just shared our stories about how we faced adversities. And then my last book, it is I Am. And this is my baby that I'm really working with right now. I started the I Am movement. I This book is filled with affirmations and activities for people to awaken that sleeping giant of positivity. And I wrote this book because I saw people just, kind of losing their hope, losing their dreams, just giving up on life over the last year and a half since COVID-19 started. And when I would see people talk or hear people talking about what they were losing their homes, they were losing their marriages, their jobs. Um, some people were losing their family lives. And I had already started writing the book, but God changed that and had me do it in a whole different format. So is affirmations, but it also has a little dialogue with the affirmation. And then on the next page, there is some type of activity, a worksheet, or some activity for the reader to engage in.
Wow, that is so awesome. I mean, I love everything that you're doing, everything. And
Thank you.
you inspire a lot of people, especially from your story. Having breast cancer and so forth. I mean, a lot of women, are going through the same exact thing, whether they're getting their tests, their mammograms. And what would you advise women that you know are are facing the same thing or could be facing the same thing? What advice could you give them?
The first piece of advice I would give them is to tell them to not be afraid of the unknown. The reason why I was given 1 year to live was because I was afraid of that little itty bitty bump that was on my breast. And when I went into my doctor's to get it checked out, they wanted to do a biopsy. And when they told me what a biopsy was, and they would have to stick a needle in my breast, I was like, stick a needle in my breast? They must be out of their cotton picking mind. And it took me 1 year to go back to get that check. So when I went back to that doctor, that itty bitty bump had turned into a full-size lump.
Wow.
And I was diagnosed with almost stage 4 breast cancer, going into stage 4. So that would be the first thing I would say is just don't be afraid. If you feel something, you see something, say something, go get it checked out, because fear could take your life.
True. But there's a lot of women, especially women over a certain age, you know, that they don't even go out and get their mammograms. They don't go out and get their checks. And I always say the best detection is, you know, early detection is the best detection. And
That's true.
Most of them don't even go get their tests. They don't even go out and get checked.
I worked for a major hospital here in New Jersey, in the oncology department, where we actually went out into the communities and we offered free mammograms. And you wouldn't believe the many women that didn't even want to get a free mammogram.
Yeah.
You know, is this stigma with it, and it's a lot of fear. You know, some people think, you know what, I'm healthy. There's nothing wrong with me. I don't need a mammogram. Well, at the age of 22, I was in fit mint condition.
Yeah.
I had breast cancer. And then there are the people that, you know, they say, I don't see anything. It won't be anything. You know, out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
But all the time, there's something developing in their body that they need to be tended to.
Yeah. And it's happening earlier and earlier. You know, they used to say you should go when you turn 40. I think it was 40 when you know, the age that I was hearing that we should go get our mammograms. But nowadays you have to go even earlier.
That is true. That is true. And it all depends. There's so many variables to that, because both of my daughters, you know, they always tell them that they're too young to get a mammogram, and you know, when they were in their 30s. Yeah, I don't look like I have a 30-year-old, do I?
I do too. I have a 30 and a 31-year-old and a 17.
Well, they're actually 42, 41, and 40 now. So I know.
Yeah, we don't look
but
like.
Yeah, you know what?
I hope it don't look my age.
No, we're beautiful and still we're aging backwards.
Hey, listen,
We're aging backwards.
I'll take it. Some of my friends didn't live to see this age, so I will take anything I get.
Yes, I agree. I totally agree. But yeah, so it really depends, you know, the doctor that you're seeing, the history of the patient. If they have a family history, then they're probably get seen sooner. But a lot of times they say because of the you know, density of the breast, they really can't tell a lot when they're that young. So
okay. Well, that's probably why they tell us to wait till we're a certain age before we go.
Yeah.
Yes. But on a different note, all these things that happened to you at that age, and that's why you wrote your first book,
A Moment of Thoughts. Mm-hmm.
What have you done since then? Tell us a little bit about that, because you've done so much.
I'm all over the place. I'm a butterfly. I'm like a butterfly. I just fly. I don't just go with the flow. I make the flow.
That's a good thing. Listen, what? Some of us want to be like you when we grow up.
Come on, Kim. You already there. Don't even try it.
Some of us want to be like you.
But no, you know, I have a very vivid imagination. my mind is always on creating something.
Yeah.
And if you introduce me to anything that is creative, I'll give it a try. And if I like it or if I can do it, that's it. I'm all in.
That's
Just
right.
like the my art gallery. I have my art gallery is Internal Instinct Creations. So the website is internal-instincts-creations.com.
Now,
Now
put comment
my
section.
daughter turned me on to that
Really?
a year and a half ago. And she really just introduced me to painting. I mean, I've always been an artist, but she was like, Mom, you could do some acrylic painting to help do fundraisers for your Wrapped in Pink organization.
Yes.
And I was like, girl, I don't have time. I got a lot on my plate already. But when I got the supplies and I started painting, I
Yeah.
painted every day for 30 days, one
Wow.
painting a day. So in the 30 days, I had 30 paintings. And you actually are holding one of the 30-day paintings. Mm-hmm. So, it became addictive to me. And then my friend, Mr. D, he was like, you know what? You're just pouring out your internal instincts.
Yes.
Like, maybe I should start a business and, name it Internal Instincts. And then I added creations on it. And then I set up the website and all and did the launch. And it's been really good because art actually helps heal.
It's therapeutic. It
It's
is.
very therapeutic.
Yes, it is. So we have a question. Well, not even a question. It's a comment from Lynda Joice. Hi, Lynda. How are you? Thank you for coming on.
Hi, Lynda.
Now, can you read her comment? Can you see it?
No, my eyesight is not that good that I can read it.
Listen, if I wasn't sitting right next to this computer, I wouldn't be able to see it.
I'm over 35, okay?
But she said, it's a blessing to be alive. Congratulations, Anita, for all you do, especially for being a breast cancer survivor.
Oh, thank you, Lynda. Thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot.
Yes. And she says, I love Anita's painting. I'm getting one next time. Because you met Lynda at the Arts and Authors.
Yes, I did. I did. Yes, I did. A beautiful soul. Yes.
Oh, yes, she is. And she actually wrote an article in the Arts and Authors magazine.
Really?
I think I may have sent you a copy of it, but I'll send that out to you so that you can see what that was about. And
wow.
We have Juanita Saldivar. She says,
hi, Juanita.
Hi. Congratulations, beautiful.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh.
So you do.
Y'all gonna make me cry. See, I'm all on television crying. I'm about to cry.
Listen, you're doing some big things in that car. Oh my good! When I saw that car, I was like, "Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful." Tell us a little bit about what happened.
That wasn't even a part of my plan. I don't know. That's why I say this is God's plan.
It's always God's plan.
Oh my God. I had no idea I was going to turn my champagne Traverse into a black Traverse with painting, writing and pictures all over it. But when I wrote the book and, I was sitting and, my friend and I, we were very close and we would just talk about different things. And I told him, I was like, I want to be able to touch people in a whole different way. What is it that I can do? Because selling books, being an author, that's a hard sell.
It's a very hard sell.
Yeah, we're starving artists.
Yeah.
So everybody come out and buy our books because we're starving.
That's the truth. But see, we're trying to get a message across. And that's with artists and authors, we're just trying to relay a message. And that's why I love what we do.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. And, and so one day I was like, well, advertising, I don't know how it came about, but it just came to my mind to paint my truck black. I'm like, paint it black? I didn't want a black SUV. I wanted a champagne SUV. Lord, what are you saying to me? And, but one thought after another, I ended up taking my SUV to Mako, and they painted it a black metallic. It was really pretty. And he, because I was going to get a wrap, and he was like, no, don't get a wrap. And he referred me to a Servo's, and they took care of it. I tell you, I had my son go with me to pick it up, and I blindfolded myself so I couldn't see it until they took me over to the truck. And I watched that video like at least once a week.
Listen,
it had me in tears. Yes, it was like amazing to see the finished product, and not just that it was a painted truck, but the message that was on the truck, and all the positive affirmations on the back, and having my phone number on there so people can call me if they wanted. If they wanted me as a speaker, if they wanted me to come in and talk about positivity, my name on there so people would know who I am. Yeah. That, I mean, I can't even explain it. All I can say is God is good, and I thank God for choosing me and picking me.
It's so true.
For this mission. I thank God for that. And I tell you, I have a Facebook group, the I Am Facebook group, and today's this week's affirmation is courageous, or courage. Just, sometimes we have to not just step out on faith, but you got to believe in yourself. You got to believe that what you're about to do is going to work. You have to believe that this is it. Because if you think any other way, any little hurdles or bumps that come, you will quit.
It's so true.
And I didn't know how this would work out for me, but I had faith. I believed that it was supposed to be, and I just did it. Sometimes you just gotta do it.
That's the truth. But we already talked about that.
We did, didn't we?
And you just there was. I mean, I didn't know that I was ever going to do a podcast. I mean, who? I mean, you never know.
No,
but you just got to do what you feel is in your heart. And once you take the first steps, God will lead the rest. So it's like, you just got to do what you got to do. And
I'm sorry.
Just hearing your stories, I mean, this is amazing. And I get a kick out of it because, I already knew you, but hearing some of the other authors, but I didn't know your full story because I met you through, it wasn't through my sister, but I think it was at Ronnie's event. But
it was.
I find out that you both were in the same book.
We were in the same. Your sister and I were in the same book.
I said,
we went down to Florida, did our photo shoot together, right? And everything. Yes.
Yeah. So and hold that book up once again. That book that you both were in.
I don't have that one on me.
You don't have it. Okay. So that
I mean, if you want me to step away from the camera, I can get it. You want me to?
Yeah, I'm going
to talk to the audience for a second.
So anyway, my sister, she came to me and she was telling me about this anthology that she was a part of. And her story was, I and don't quote me on it, but it was, I choose not to be a statistic. And she was in this book with, I believe it was like 6 other women. And on the cover, I can see the women on the cover. But when I was at Ronnie's event, I saw her with these books on her table, and I was like, "Hold up a minute! That looked like a book that my sister was a part of." And there you go. That's the book. So I said, and look, my sister's on it, and I said, "Hold up a minute! My sister's on that book."
Yeah.
Tell us about that book.
Oh, we were uncuffed. So we had on our little prison uniforms, the dresses. If I can get this right.
In her prison uniforms.
First time I ever went to prison. I don't want to go back. I want to go back. I don't like that. But we all had on our black and white striped dresses, had on they had on like their stilettos,
Oh, it was
or boots. And we went down to Florida, did the photo shoot. We got to meet each other, talked about our different stories. And it was all about how we faced adversities, how we hit that curveball that came to us every time.
Mm-hmm.
And it was one of the most amazing experiences that I've ever had. Seriously.
Well, she said it was.
Yes. And then, when we did the book launch, she had it at this really beautiful place, and we had our guests come, and we just took pictures, and it just made you feel so good that you were able to tell a part of your life in a book that will go to people that you would never even reach out to, because we all are sharing this book on our own platforms, with our own family, friends. So that was just, it was a great feeling.
That is so nice. I mean, I know she enjoyed, working with you all. And I mean, it's a wonderful book. So what was your chapter in that book?
I talked about just, surviving breast cancer and just some of the different things. I believe I have to actually go back and look at it, but just some of the things that I've gone through in life. Like, I was a teen parent. I dropped out of high school. My mom and dad, we were military. They were strict and everything, but I thought I knew what I knew, but I didn't know anything. And, and I started out my adult life, with some challenges because of the choices that I made. And, but thank God, I had 5 beautiful children. They all graduated high school. Some of them went to college. I went back to school. I got my associate's degree. Then I got my bachelor's degree. Then I got my master's degree. Then I started studying for my doctorate degree. Oh, come on now.
Wow.
Oh, come on. Come on. Who said that if you have all those bumps in the road in the beginning of your life, that you can't change that you can't flatten out that road and do the things that you wanted to do all along? Because I always loved school. It's just that, I made some bad choices, and I dropped out because I thought I knew better. I was like, I'm gonna get a job because I'm smart. So I'm gonna get a job. That didn't work. So
yes,
I thank God. I thank God. And so I just talked about some of the things that I went through in life, some of the adversities, being married and then getting divorced. That was one of the hardest things in my life that I had to deal with, because, when you walk down that aisle with that beautiful white gown on, you're like, this is forever and ever and ever. Yes.
Yep. How I know so well. And
then the most heartening thing that I had to deal with was the loss of my mother, and I lost the baby with my husband, our first child together. I lost that baby, but losing my mom, because she was like my cheerleader, my everything. And when I don't want to say lost, but when she gained her wings now, because I think of her as an angel. I feel her presence sometimes. Sometimes I feel like a little wind blow by. I'm like, that's my mama right there.
Yes.
But that was one of the hardest things that I had to deal with in life. I tell you, I had breast cancer over and over again if I could save my mom, but
that's
can't.
Right. So. That's right. I agree. I know, but I'm just glad you have gotten, through that, and that you're where you are today, because this is magnificent. Learning, teaching other women like what you've gone through. They can learn from your story.
Yeah.
And, What did Anita? Juanita said, yes, Anita, flatten the bumps along the way.
Yes.
So they're pouring out these questions to you.
If you can read them, I'll answer them.
Yes.
Oh, if you can read them, I'll answer them because I can't see. I have to get up to the screen like this.
Well,
I could have probably been a comedian if I tried it. I don't know.
no, let me tell you, you can say a few jokes on here. I don't mind because I'm silly anyway. I laugh at everything. But I wanted to find out from you, what advice would you give to aspiring authors and artists actually?
Okay.
Because you are
Oh,
both.
you know the advice I would give if they're if this is something that they want to do, go for it. Just go for it. Don't second guess yourself. If you're starting to write a book, your book, no one can tell you how to write your book because it's your book. It's your story. It's your truth.
Sure.
So just write. When I wrote Wrapped in Pink, when I wrote this one, I went to my aunt put me up in a hotel one night because I just had writer's block. I couldn't write anything. And I went in there and I got on my knees and I prayed. I was like, dear Lord, please help me because I want to write this book, but I'm a poet. You know, I'm not a novelist and I want to write it in poetic form, but it tells my whole story. I wrote like the pen was just going. I wasn't using a computer. I was actually writing in a notebook.
What?
I wrote this whole book basically that night.
Wow.
When I woke up in the morning, I had that notebook, and this is no joke. God is my witness. When I woke up and I looked at that notebook, I was like, who wrote this? Like, did somebody come in here and write this stuff? They're playing a trick on me because I had written a lot. I mean, I was just writing, and it was all in poetic form, you know. And I just looked at it and I was like, it was nobody but God, you know. And then, you know, I had to do all the editing and everything, but you know, just the draft of the book, it was basically written that night.
Wow.
So to any authors, if you have a story that you want to share with the world, tell it. Write it. A lot of people say, well, I don't want to write. I don't want to use a pen. Some say, I don't want to type. Well, guess what you can do now? You could take a microphone, a recorder, and you could tell your story into the recorder. You can even get this thing called a dragon, and you can speak it and it'll write it out for you. So there's no excuse to be an author. If you have a story, and everybody has a story,
everyone,
and you want to share it with the world, go for it. For any artist, people that like to draw and paint, don't worry about if it's going to come out perfect. Because guess what? Art, there's nothing perfect in art. It's all about the hiccups. It's all about the mistakes. It's all about the drop that wasn't supposed to go there that makes it the beautiful piece of art that it is.
True.
So go for it.
Go for it too. Now, Anita says she's always wanted to write a book. Well, you have come to the right place because
there you go.
Academy.com. Go there and we will help you get your book written and published. So, I mean,
yeah, I'm doing something.
Telling your story. So, if you have, and like we said, like Anita just pointed out, everybody has a story.
Everybody has a story.
So, if you want to write, let us know. We'll help you get it done.
And you know, the other thing, Kim, about everyone having a story is not just that you have a story.
Thank you, Lynda.
But they're all out there waiting to hear your story.
That's right.
And you may not even know it right now, but your story would touch many lives out there.
I agree.
You can make a difference in someone's world the day that that book is published.
Yep.
All right.
So go ahead and write it. So, Anita, what do you have coming up next? Because you've done so much. What are you working on now?
So I'm working on some book tours. As a matter of fact, I will be in Atlantic City on Saturday with Raymond Tyler. Yes, I will be there on Saturday. And then Cafe 33 in March over in Philadelphia.
Oh, you're not going to to the event in AC on the 30th?
Oh, on the 30th. Yes, I will be there on the 30th as well. Yes, thank you.
I'll be
See,
there.
I told you I was over 35.
Listen, we're not claiming that age thing. No, because I'm up there with you. But yes, the 30th.
I'll be there.
And what was the other one you said in March?
Cafe 33. I'm going to be doing a book signing, part of a book event over in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Nice.
I have some book tours that I will be touring through Connecticut,
Wow.
Virginia, Maryland, Washington, D.C., Philadelphia. But as I spoke to the people that were in my group earlier, I'm asking them to help me, because look, if you have an organization or you know someone that has an organization, let me know, because I will be there. And, and I talked to them, and I think that they're going to help me get out there, and especially, promote the I Am movement. So I'm excited about that.
Well, I have a couple of groups that you can, communities that I'm involved in. And actually, I'll put the links at the bottom so that you'll get when we're done.
Okay.
And if everyone stay until the end, you'll hear our next guest that we're going to have on in 2 weeks. Our next guest will be announced at the end. Also, we have a couple of giveaways that we're getting ready to do. Anita has 2, and I have 1 from one of our sponsors. So stay tuned till the end, and we will announce who those winners are. So, one more question for you. Where can we find your work, Anita?
Excuse me?
Where can we find your work?
Okay, so you can find my Wrapped in Pink, A Moment of Thoughts, and my artwork on my art website, which is internal-instincts-creations.com.
Creations.com. And those links, all these links will be at the bottom of the video once we're done. And that way you can actually click on the link and go to any of the information that we talked about today. And
now,
go ahead.
I also, like I said, I have a someone building a website just for I Am.
Nice.
And it's iam-iam.net.
Nice.
But it's not up and running yet, but it will be. So you'll be able to get the I Am book and all kinds of accessories from there. But in the meantime, if you want anything about I Am, you can come to Facebook.
That's right.
Instant message me, and I will get back with you. I promise you.
Exactly. So before I ask you the very, very last question, let's do one of the raffles. Hold on one second. Let me see who else asked the question. Okay, so Juanita, we will have all the links at the bottom of the page. And let's see, Lynda said, Kim, give Juanita your, okay, yep, I sure will. I'll give her all the information and the links at the bottom. And we're going to have a drawing. Now, we're airing on several different platforms: YouTube, Anchor, Spotify, Google Play. We're on Instagram. Well, excuse me, we will be showing things on Instagram, but we are definitely on Facebook. So the ones that I'm getting ready to do the drawing for, the ones that I can actually see right now, because there's so many different platforms that we're on. And the first thing you want to share with what you're going to give away right now, Juanita? I mean, Anita.
Yes. So the first giveaway will be a book. They're all going to be books, but the I Am book. And with the I Am book, I also do handmade keychains that says I am.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll get a set of keychains. They have, they come in different shapes, but they say I am. And the reason, I didn't know why I was making all these keychains. I'm like, Lord, why am I making a bunch of I am keychains? But the reason is because when you have this keychain with you, because most people carry their keys around with them most of the day. And when you have that keychain and some type of issue or bump in the road comes your way that day, you can look down at that keychain and see, I am.
That's right.
I am will remind you of all the positive affirmations that you have read in your book. So if it's something that's challenging your strength, you look down at the keychain that says, I am. And you remember, I am strong.
And I lift you up.
I am powerful. I am empowered. Anything to awaken that sleeping giant of positivity. So the first giveaway is a book and a set of keychains.
Awesome. Okay. So let's see. And then from one of our sponsors, actually, there's someone from Starbucks that actually donated a $25 gift card. So we are giving that away as well. And let's see. I am getting a bag real quick. Actually, we're not even going to use a bag. We're going to use my little bucket right here.
There you go.
Listen, improvise. We have to improvise.
Nothing wrong with that.
The first thing we're giving, what was the first thing?
It's the book, the I Am book.
And okay, hold on. The I Am book. Now,
and set of keychains.
It's going to go to Juanita. Juanita's the first one that's getting the book. Now, is she a friend of yours?
She already has the book. She bought a book on.
So if she had the book, does she have a keychain?
She doesn't have the keychain. So what I would do, she would get the keychain, and I have something else. So I have sets of shot glasses. You don't have to drink.
What can she have?
I am shot glasses. She don't have to drink. They can be for decoration.
I collect keychains since as a teenager. So she
really?
wants a keychain. Oh no, that's Lynda. Okay. Oh, that's Lynda.
Who said they wanted the keychain?
But Lynda didn't win yet. Hold on.
Lynda said she wanted the keychains. And tell her they are for sale.
You are in the running, Lynda. Okay, let's see here. Oh yeah, y'all working me with the comments, working me. Okay, so that's one. Okay, all right. So the next winner is, and let's see who I can see here. And this is for what's the gift?
Oh, that's me again?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
What's the next gift?
So that would be the wrapped in pink.
So that goes to Lisa.
All right, Lisa.
So Lisa, let's see. So that goes to Lisa. She is. I have to get her
information
on here. So that goes to Lisa. And then the gift card is going to, and I see my daughters on here. Lynda! Woo-hoo!
Oh, so she did win.
So you did win something, Lynda. So you get the $25 gift card to Starbucks. And once again, thank the girl that sponsored that gift card from Starbucks. But I appreciate you all.
That's awesome.
Coming on. I love giving things away. And that to me is a special way to do that. So I'm glad we were able to do that today, Anita. But Anita,
Yes.
let us know, give us some last and final things or advice that you would like to share.
I say anyone that's out there looking right now, I'm a dreamer.
Me too.
I dream. Like I said, I have a vivid imagination, so I'm always dreaming and thinking about something.
Me
So
too.
if you're a dreamer, don't just dream.
Hmm.
Take intentional action and capture those dreams.
That's good.
People think that some things are so complicated to do or to become, like an author or an artist or a radio host.
Yes.
Tell them all they have to do your, if it takes any technology or anything, do your research. But if it takes all creativity that you have within yourself, just sit down and just start mapping it out. Just start doing it. That's all you have to do. Just do it.
And it gets
It's
better.
nothing complicated. It's nothing really complicated about writing a book
Hmm.
or doing a piece of painting. It's
Yeah,
not. So just do it, guys.
I
You
agree.
know, Nike,
Do it.
just do it.
And listen, you learn as you go.
You
I mean,
do.
the first interview that I had, it was it was with Lynda Joice actually. And oh my God, I felt miserably. But even now, it's certain things that it's still complicated. It's trying to navigate this, trying to navigate that. But I mean, you just got to do it. I mean, if you make a mistake, oh well. Listen, none of us are perfect,
That's
and we
right.
all had to learn, and we all had to start from somewhere. So I mean, just do it and learn as you go. That's how I look at it. Just learn as
And you know, another thing is, get yourself a good support group. It doesn't have to be a bunch of people, but people that believe in you.
that's right.
Because it is always good to have someone supporting you and, you know, saying you can do it, keep on doing it, you can do
That's
it, keep on
right.
doing it. It's much easier when you have a support team than doing it alone. Because when you're doing it alone and the hiccups come along, it's easier to give up than when you have someone that's dependent on you to complete that book, to complete that artwork, or to
Yeah,
start that radio talk show.
exactly. It's true though, because look at you all. You believe in me enough to be on this show. I mean, we met at Ronnie's event at the
Mhm.
mall. When was that? Maybe 2 years ago, I
Two
believe.
years ago. Hmm.
2 years ago. And I never knew that I would be doing something like this, but you guys believe in me enough to actually be on this show. And I'm truly blessed. I appreciate everything that you guys are doing for me. And plus I needed to know your stories. I needed to know what was behind the author of some of your work, and now I actually understand a little bit more about your story. And just by having these interviews, this is how I find out more about you. And and it makes a difference. And then
It does,
something
but can I
about
say
you.
this, Kim?
Yes, say
Now
it.
we've only known each other about 2.5 years, but
Hmm.
any event that I've gone to that Kim has hosted is always top notch.
Oh,
This
thank
woman right here, who would not want to be on your show because you are on your A game.
you.
You
Thank
don't take any of this as a joke. Look, I was on here
you.
30 minutes before we got on here, and you take your stuff very seriously. But of course, my phone is messing up, so I'm having to pull it over here. I'm doing that dance like this.
Listen, but you're still on there with your beautiful face. You are still there.
I'm like, gee, we 30 minutes, and I'm supposed to have this together. And then as soon as I come on, he's like,
Yes,
but but
but
but I
I
want to say this,
appreciate.
Kim. I want to say this. You you have a platform where you are allowing artists like myself, authors, to have someone somewhere to share their
Yeah,
talent.
yeah.
It's very hard out here. So
It
with
is.
people like you and Raymond and other people having these platforms for us,
Mhm.
we're grateful for that. We
Thank
don't take you for granted. And you, like I said, you are on your A game. So anything that you do is always 100.
Oh,
It's
thank you.
always
Well, I
100.
try. It's just that, I know the type of events that I like to go to, and I try to portray those events because I know what I like. And I have to be selective when it comes to certain things that I do because of the fact that I don't want to spread myself even more thin than what I already do. So
Right.
like I know what I like, so that's what I like to give to you guys. And I'm going to continue to do that. And like we're getting ready to celebrate our 11th annual uh 2022 Arts and Authors Extravaganza, which is going to take place in Cherryhill, New Jersey again this year. And it's going to be on the 21st from 3 to 9 p.m. And I encourage anybody who have books or artwork or any kind of crafts, because you got to put crafts in the art too.
Yes,
I mean,
it's hard.
and we have entertainers, we have spoken word, we have a live band, we have so much stuff going on at this extravaganza. And we just encourage you all to come out if you have a chance. And if you're a reader, come on out. You will find some great reads, and just come out and enjoy yourself and celebrate with us because the arts are dying. We have to keep these arts alive.
It's true.
They even took the band out of the schools, some of the schools, and
Really?
oh yeah, the band they have no band. They barely have choir and stuff like that. So we have to try to keep it alive some kind of way.
Yeah.
And this is a way
Absolutely.
for us to do so. That's what
Yes.
I believe.
Yes.
But I just wanted to thank you so much for coming on and sharing your story with us. I knew people was going to enjoy this story uh tonight because you are magnificent. You are doing some great things, and I'm so proud to be a part of it. And
Oh,
we will be seeing.
you want
That's
to make me cry? We're on television. I mean,
I can't, but you really are, and and I wish people can see what you have going on, and we will put your Facebook page and your links at the bottom so that they can just see what you have going on, because you're being very, very modest with some of the things that you have going on. And once they see it, I mean, they're going to see what I see in you. So
mm,
I thank you so much. So our next guest is going to be on the 24th, and that's going to be Hazel Mcgriff. Hazel Mcgriff is joining us in 2 weeks, and you have to hear her story because she is a teacher, and just wait until you hear what she have to say. All right, but I thank you all for listening in. Just know that this is a bi-weekly show. We're airing on several different platforms, and we definitely appreciate you, and we look forward to seeing and hearing from you next time. I
wow.
thank you, Anita.
Thank you. God bless you.
God
God
bless
bless
you
you.
too. Thank you all for listening in.
Thanks,
Hold
everybody.
on. Just wait to see it get. See, I listen, I'm telling you, working this thing, you gotta do what you gotta do. But here's something for you. I just want you to all to see. Oh, plus I just want you to know, go on over to YouTube, subscribe, because this is what's keeping us on. And subscribe, like, and make sure you comment. All right. But I thank you all so much and have a great night.
Wow.